Hey there, it's Diane Forster. Welcome to Love It, Thank It, Bring It. This is our weekly series where we take on one new topic a week and we talk about how this is showing up in your life. And I give you 3 tips, tools, steps, techniques to take whatever that situation is, create awareness of it, and then turn it around in your life so that it's working for you and to help you live more intentionally in the present moment, which is the I Have Today way. So we are live here on the webinar. If you are here, I would love you to say hello. Tell me your name, tell me where you're from, tell me what brought you here, because I'd love to know. And then if you're on Facebook, the same thing. I would love you to put your name in there, give me some likes and some hearts, and tell me your name and what brought you here as well. So anyway, this is now the 14th week of this webinar series since the relaunch, and series has been great. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks for being here. Hey, Morgan, I see you. Thanks for being here. You're always here. I love you. Each week has been building on the week before, the week prior, and now all the weeks are tied in together. So if you're here for the first time, it's not like you've missed anything, but I would encourage you to go back and binge watch if you want, because there's been so many great webinars with great content, and you'll see how everything ties together. So if you're here again, like Morgan and others, welcome back. Thanks for being here. And I look forward to your comments and suggestions and questions and anything that you might want to let me know about during the webinar. I'm here to answer them because we're live. That's the beauty of being live. Okay, so let me tell you what today's topic is and what to expect. Our topic today is learn how to Smocus. And that is a word I made up. Smocus stands for focusing on small goals. What happens is we have big goals, dreams, desires in our life. And there's many, many things that we want to do. And what happens is people get overwhelmed in the thought like things are too hard. There's too many mountains to climb. I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. All those crazy thoughts that go through our heads. When the truth of the matter is there's nothing that you can't do, be or have. It does not matter what the goal is. But what happens is we get focused on the large goal and forget that in order to get to that large goal, we have to reach all the little goals that reach to it, all those milestones that come in between. Hence the word Smocus. So when we focus on the small goals, we're able to chunk that down and break it down so that it's achievable. So that's what we're going to do today. So what you're going to walk away with is 3 steps on how this works in everything in your life. It does not matter what it is. If it's love, if it's money, if it's career, if it's relationships, if it's mindset, whatever it is that you want, this will work. Okay. Strategy for planning out the small goals that lead to the big goals. It's all about strategies. And then greater clarity and confidence in once you have the whole plan in place and you see how this works, you'll see how to implement this in your life on a daily basis. So fun and exciting. I love it. Okay, so let me start out with telling you, we all have goals, dreams, desires, wishes for the things that we want in our life. And we do accomplish many of them. But we also let many of them fall by the wayside because we feel like they're too big and they're too daunting and they're too big to conquer and achieve. So many of us also feel like we can confidently navigate like 1 or 2 or few areas in our lives really well, but we fall short on the other areas. Whether it's a lack of knowledge or a lack of confidence or lack of clarity, we fall short on those. So there's a couple of reasons why that happens. So the goals that we achieve fairly easily are the things that are either, number 1, most important to us in that moment. It's pressing. We want to get it done. We want to graduate college. We want to get married. We want to have a baby. We want to get a new job. We want something. And it's like, It's so easy and important to us. It's like, remember a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the focus, and I talked about the 8-year-old that wants the bicycle, and that's the only thing they can think about is the bicycle, right? They want it, so important to them, and that gets manifested into the kid's life because that's all they're focused on. So the universe brings it in. So that's one thing, most important to us. The second reason is it's easiest to accomplish because there's little effort required to do the work. So if you don't have like force against it, remember a couple of weeks ago I talked about power versus force. There's no force related to it and it's easy to achieve. We can accomplish it quickly, right? So those are two of the reasons why things can come easily to us. So then what if you were able to break down all the goals you wanted to achieve in your life in a way that made it possible for you to achieve many, many more of them? That's what we're going to talk about today. In order to do that, you need to learn the art of Smocus. I love the word, meaning you need to learn the art of breaking down your big goals into manageable, bite-sized chunks that work for everyone involved. Okay. The question then becomes, what do I really want? That's where Smocus steps in. So let me explain the 3 steps to you. Oh, and before I do that, let me tell you what we're going to do. So I'll talk about the 3 steps today. Then I always give you my affirmation statement and my quote. And then after, I'm going to give you my gift and my offer. Plus, I want you to stay till the very end because I have a goosebump story that happened to me today that I want to share to you that will relate to next week's topic. So I didn't want to forget to throw that in. Please stay till the end because it's really, really a good one. Okay. Step number 1. Before we can Smocus, we need to first know our desired outcomes. Remember a couple weeks ago, I did a whole webinar on setting intentions and outcomes and the importance of doing it. You got to know your outcome. You got to know where you start in order to get there because you're in a different state, and then it's setting the intentions along the way. This is similar. So what I want you to do, these are your big picture goals. These are the things that, what do you want to accomplish in your life over the next year? Over the next 3 years, over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, over your lifetime. I'm not kidding. Think about everything that you want to accomplish over your lifetime. Don't leave anything out. So let me give you some examples. Do you want to retire? Do you want to start a new career? Do you want to write a book? Do you want your body to look a certain way? Do you want to fall in love and get married? Do you want to have children? Do you want to move somewhere warm, like I did? Do you want to take a trip around the world or several trips around the world? Do you want to become financially free? That's just a short list. Think about this. What is it that you really want to achieve? And I want you to spend some quality time thinking about what it is you really want. And when you do this, ask yourself this question. If you can, please write this down, because this is a doozy. What would I be the most upset about not accomplishing if my life were to suddenly end? I'll repeat it. What would I be the most upset about not accomplishing if my life were to suddenly end? I mean, that is a game stopper question, right? What if it were to end? What would you be most upset that you didn't achieve in your life? So think about that question as you're doing this. Spend some quality time working on this. This is only your life. It's only your dreams and your goals and your desires. And do you remember a couple of weeks ago when I showed you that my journal, you know, my spiral notebook that said, I get everything I want. That's my manifestation book, my goals, my dreams, my desires. I write everything in there and it says thank you on the end. Create a space, a book, a notebook or a journal that's exclusive to the work that we do here, because all this stuff is building on it, and you want to have it all in a special place. So the reason why I say this to you is because this list that you're creating is something that you're going to refer to a lot. You're going to cross things off that you achieve, and then you're going to continually be adding things, because it's a never-ending, limitless, infinite list of things that you'll come up with over the course of your life, right? So you want to make sure that the list is complete. It's in a safe place. Don't skip anything. No goal is too small or too big. And And then think about some of the things you thought you would have already done in your life up until this point. This is not to make you feel bad. Again, this is about creating awareness and living intentionally, okay? No guilt, no shame, none of that stuff. But think about some of the things you might have done already, okay? Add those to the list. Make it as comprehensive as you can. Okay, so now that's step one. So get clear on what it is you want, big, small, throughout your life. Step number two, now I want you to take that list, that big picture list of goals, and I want you to put them in order of priority. Thank you for the likes. This is really the first part of the Smocus process, because once you have the detailed list, the next step for you is to break it down into chunks. And the reason why I want you to break it down into chunks is because when we break it down into smaller chunks, it'll make the process of putting the action steps into place a whole lot easier. So I always say we can have it all. I fully believe that we absolutely can. You can have it all. It's your birthright to have every single thing that you want. But that doesn't mean that we want to have everything we've ever wanted all at once. Sometimes we think, you know, if we don't have it, that there's something missing. That's what causes the dis-ease and the unease within ourselves, is that feeling like we're not accomplishing enough, we're not doing enough, like we're not getting what I want, because it's not organized. We haven't written down the list. We don't have it all clear in our head, and then we don't have it listed in order of priority. Isn't this already making some sense? So, that's why it's important to take the complete list of what you want in your life and break it down in order of importance and priority. For instance, chronologically, there are some things that are going to need to be done in a chronological order. It's just life and biology. Okay. It's more pressing to put having children in front of retiring. I mean, unless you can figure out a way to make that work, but I would have that on the list before I would have retirement on the list. I don't plan on retiring anytime soon, so that's like way far down my list. But something like that, if you haven't had kids and you want kids, put it on the list before, okay? And then it's more important to put down things that require your freedom and independence in front of things that may be affected by having other responsibilities in your life. For instance, if you want to backpack in Europe for a year, that needs to appear on your list prior to having kids, or it needs to appear on the list after your kids are grown and gone. I think it's better to do before, but that's just my opinion. You can do it any way you want, but see how I'm telling you how to do that? Like, the list has to be lumped down and chunked down into priorities, and chronologically as well. Okay, so, but you get the idea of what I'm saying here. Figure out to the best of your ability, when the best timing might be to get what you want in your life. Okay, you're designing your life. Remember, you're the one in control. You have the power to do this. You are limited by nothing. I tell you this all the time. You can have everything you want, and you deserve to have the most extraordinary life. We all do. Okay. But don't let your age, this is really important, do not let your age or your past come into play with this exercise. Enjoy this process of laying out your life. Remember, I have today. Your life starts right now. Past is behind you, does not matter. Future, ahead of the road, it's right now. No, do not beat yourself up about things that you have not done or accomplished in your life. You get a clean slate every single day, okay? So have fun with it. All right, so that's step number 2. Step 1, remember, was get clear about what it is you really want. Step 2 is take the list of big picture goals and put them in order of priority. Okay, step number 3, calendar everything and work backwards. I've talked about this a lot. I'm gonna explain this a little deeper this time, a little differently. You know, I've talked about reverse engineering. I talked about in the 30-day challenge how, you know, put an unplanned vacation on your calendar and then reverse engineer it. I talked about putting 12 goals on your calendar, whether it's 12 different things each month or one massive goal over the year, and then work it backwards. So I talk about calendaring things a lot, because when you put something on the calendar, it makes it real. Okay, so again, let me say this to you, because I just said it, and it's worth repeating. You're not going to be able to do everything you want to do all at the same time, and we don't want to. We don't want to do everything. We wouldn't enjoy it if we had everything that we ever wanted all at once. But that doesn't mean that you can't put it on the calendar. For example, let's say you'd like to retire in 10 years. Put that on the calendar 10 years from now. So for kicks one day, I scanned ahead in my Google Calendar. I use a Google Calendar. I love Google Calendar. I love color code, and I just love it. Anyway, I scanned ahead and I looked at the calendar for as far as I could go. And after 200 years, I stopped. I was like, all right, this is crazy. You know, clearly it goes on at you know, it's infinite. You know, they don't have an end date. You know, why would they? But anyway, I stopped at 200 years. And then what I did is I put my 100th birthday on the calendar. I marked it. And then I sat for a minute and I visualized my 100th birthday party. I was surrounded by people I loved. I saw myself. I was happy. I was fulfilled. I was healthy. I was content. I was alive and well. It was so much fun. There was so much love and energy in the room. It was a gas to go there visually. And I've done this exercise with some of my clients. I did this at a workshop. You know, imagine being at your 80th birthday party. Well, I did this for myself for my 100th birthday. And how much fun is that? I see myself sitting there surrounded by all of this. So here are the benefits of doing that. Oh, let me tell you, what I did is I also put in other things in the calendar that I want to accomplish. You know, I see DFI, Diane Forster Innovation, the company. I see that at some point being acquired by another larger kitchenware company. I put that on the calendar. I see my quote unquote retirement, even though I say I'm not going to retire, when I can have my can-do life where I'm working when I want to work and playing when I want to play. I see that on the calendar. I put that on there. I put a few other events that I know that I want to happen in my life on the calendar. So do the same thing for you. I mean, what do you want your life to look like? Remember, you're limited by nothing. So this takes the vision board to a whole new level because you can visualize what you want and put it on a vision board, which I highly encourage doing. I have 3 vision boards. You can write it all out in a journal, which I also encourage doing. I do that as well. But when you put it on the calendar, it makes it real. It makes it real. It's like, and then you can speak as if it's already going to happen. So now I'm going to say I'm having a big birthday party for my 100th birthday. I already fully see myself living that long anyway, but how much fun is that, right? So the last part is to break it down even further, okay? So now you got clear on what you want. You got your big picture goals listed in order of priority. You've taken them all. You put everything that you want in your life, big and small, on your calendar. Just do it. Just do the exercise. Now we have to break it down even further. This is really where Smocus comes in, okay? So what this means is now you got to take everything and chunk it all down, break it down, and then take 2 or 3 or maybe 4 things at the most and lay them out on your calendar for the year, what you want to accomplish this year. All right. So last year it was for me writing a book, and it was launching I Have Today, and there were other things on there, but I had everything on the calendar. I had the by when date I was going to finish that book by, right? So what you do with that, so let me use the book. This is a great example to tell you. So what I did is I marked time every day on the calendar reverse engineered it from the July 15th deadline I gave myself to finish the book to put time on the calendar to work on that book so that it would get done. That's how you accomplish your goals. You have to get rid of the expression someday. Get rid of that. If successful people calendar their life, they put this stuff down on paper. So that's what you have to do. So pick a couple things that you want to do. Maybe you want to, compete in a competition. You want to run a marathon. You've never done that before. Maybe you want to take a trip to Italy. You've never done that. Or, maybe you want to get certified in something. Or maybe, I don't know what it is. Maybe you want to do a big move or something, whatever it is. Pick a few things and put them on your calendar by when. I think one of my clients might be on here. If you are, I don't want to call you out on it, but Oh, she's not on. But one of my clients, she won't mind me talking about this, has this vision of what she's doing. She's leaving her corporate job. She's been at this corporate job for 15 years, and she's ready to go out on her own and launch her own business. And so we laid it all out. What is this going to look like? And what do you think we can accomplish in a year? She's got the financial goals, you know, what she wants to do. And we chunked it all down and broke it down. And she knows by week and by month what she has to do to get this business going. She couldn't be more excited. She couldn't be more focused and have direction. She has Smocus focus. She's thinking about this every single day. So that's what I want you to do. So take when you did all that list and you broke it all down into priorities, now take a few of those things and create that Smocus focus for yourself. Make sure it's on your calendar. If not each day, then at least each week, so you're consciously aware. Remember, create the awareness. We want to be creating the awareness of it. If you're not thinking about it, the universe can't bring all the components to you. It just can't happen. You've got to be thinking about it. Okay. All right. Because this is really the art of manifestation. I talk about it all the time. That's going to be our next show. I'll talk about that in a minute. But this is how it happens. This is keeping your wants, your desires, your goals top of mind every day. And this is the art of intentional living. This is the way we live. This is how you have an intentional life. So another little to do, I'm not putting this as a step, but I talk about the Post-it notes. So write Smocus focus down for this week as you're implementing this practice. All right, Smocus focus, Post-it notes in your bedroom, on your vanity, in the car, at your desk. Put it around, create the awareness, create the anchor. Okay. All right. So sometimes the goal is nothing more than putting on the calendar. Then let the universe go to work on bringing together all the components to make it happen for you with ease. Remember, you want this to be easy. I'm all about ease and flow and fun. And now let me end this portion of it with a few key takeaways that I want you to really take in. All right. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. It is. Thank you, Michael Burnoff. I learned that from him. Implementing this practice will change the way you look at your life forever. Forever. No longer will you think about something in your life that you want and just let the thought go. You're going to add it to your list. You're going to put it in the order of priority, and you're going to know that it's waiting for you at some point in your life. Okay? So your life is forever changed by that. And then the key to getting anything and everything that you want in life is progress. That's how the forward momentum works. It's progress. So it's such a powerful technique. You'll be making progress in your life on a regular, consistent basis. And this isn't an exact science. This is an art. So this life events, free will, 1,000 other occurrences are going to come into play with this. That is the beauty in the uncertainty of life. I've said this before, my favorite thing about each day is the uncertainty, that every single day of my life is different than the day before. And that comes with embracing uncertainty. So know that things are going to happen and there is a level of uncertainty, but however, you're far more likely to achieve the things that you want, to get what you want, to be what you want, to do what you want, to experience in your life while you're here on planet Earth. If you do this process, it's so worth doing. Remember, Smocus focus and completely have fun with this. This is what life is all about. It's about having fun. You should get everything you want. Go after it. Go get it. I'm here in LA. I didn't even announce this. I'm at my sister's place. I don't know if I said that in the beginning. Did I? Okay. I have a live audience too today. My niece is here. I'm at my sister's place in LA and I'm here. My son took him to orientation yesterday. He manifested a goal that he wanted in his life. He wanted something and he went after it and he got it. This is how we do it. So on that note, let me give you the affirmation statements. The love it statement is this. If you're writing things down, write this down. Love it. I love my ability to focus on exactly what I want. I love my ability to focus on exactly what I want. Thank you. I'm grateful for knowing that all things come to me in divine timing. Let me emphasize this point. Here's the thing for you overachievers on here. Me too. I'm one of them too. A-type personality. A lot of things I want to do, multitasking all the time. When you do this process, what peace of mind you have and calmness knowing that you don't have to get everything done today, that in 3 years, you can work on that book, Or in 5 years, you can take that trip. It's out of your mind. It's on the calendar. You know what to focus on now, what peace of mind that is. And what's great about it is every year on my birthday, I go back and I look at noise in the background. I look at the past year of everything that I've accomplished because I set the intentions at the beginning of the year, the things that I want. And when you look back that way, you can see how much you've accomplished and achieved in your life. You're going to have this process going on as well for you. So just ease up about it, have fun with it, and focus on when it's all in priority order, you'll know what you're supposed to be focusing on. Smocus focus, okay? Now, the bring it statement is, I am in control of my life and I get everything I want because of my focus. I am in control, it's about control, you're in control of my life and I get everything I want because of my focus. Love it. All right, our quote is from Venus Williams. She said, I don't focus on what I'm up against. I focus on my goals and I try and ignore the rest. Isn't that a great quote? So do that. Focus on your goals and just try and ignore the rest. Okay. So what I'm going to do now on Facebook, I will put this offer up after in the comments section. What I'm going to do is put up my offer for my I Have Today system. All right. This is my 90-day online program. Some of you of my clients, and you work with me directly, know how I work, you know my methodology, you know my processes, you know how I do things. This is a very cool system that I designed. It's an online program, and it is find your passion, purpose, and smile in 90 days or less. Okay. And what it is it's 40 lessons, and they're not, it sounds like a lot. It's not a lot. But what I've done is I've chunked out and broken out this system for you where I teach you my proprietary rainbow breath meditation, my rainbow ribbon meditation, my 3 levels of forgiveness, my EEDs, my emotional energy diffusers, so how you can alleviate fear, anxiety, worry, doubt, insecurity, those emotions out of your life forever because of this 3-step process that I use all the time. I also have over 150 powerful affirmation statements on there. I have chants on there. I have templates on there. And then I have so many things on how you can find your passion and purpose and be living by the I Have Today way every single day of your life. And if you did my 30-day challenge, you need to buy my I Have Today system for the next 90 days. Change your life this way. And the great thing about it is you have it forever. And what I'm including in this, it's $197, is I am giving you 3 coaching sessions, one-on-one sessions with me. So my clients who are on here, they know how valuable that is. So with the system and my 3 sessions, that's a $2,500 value. I'm giving you for $197. It's such a great value. And this is such a great gift for you because you can refer to it all the time. The people who have done my 30-day challenge ask me to play it all the time and ask me to redo it all the time. I have another product for that as well. This is the same thing. Anytime you have a question, you can go and refer to this. So it's a phenomenal, phenomenal program. And it'll really have you creating awareness, creating confidence, creating clarity in your life. You'll be so inspired. And in 90 days, your life is going to be shifted. So click on the link and get it. And as soon as you do, what's going to happen is you're going to get an email from me tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow, on scheduling those 3 sessions with me, those one-on-one sessions with me, which my coaching clients know how valuable they are. So that is my offer for you today. And again, on Facebook, I'm going to put a link for it up as soon as we finish up here. All right. So now what's coming up next? Couple things. I am going to take 2 weeks off, so I am not going to be here. I'll be back on August 9th. I'm going on vacation. The Wi-Fi service isn't good. I don't want to risk not, falling off. And truth, I need a break. So I'm going on a vacation for 2 weeks. So we're going to be dark for the next 2 weeks. So those of you who are new, binge watch the other ones if you want. Catch up that way. And for those of you who are always here, sorry, I need to take a break. So anyway, I'll be back on August 9th, and the topic is manifestation. And as you know, it is my favorite topic to talk about. So that is going to be a phenomenal phenomenal program. And let me just tell you my goosebump story, because I promised I would tell you this goosebump story. I know we're 29 minutes up. We just hit 30 minutes. We're going to go 2 minutes over. That's okay. Stick with me. So, you know how powerful manifestor I am. You know that I do that in my own life. You know how instantaneously things come in, that I believe it's just as easy to manifest a penny on the street as it is $1 million mansion, and that it's our limiting beliefs that allow the things to either come into our life or not come into our life. So this morning I go out on my morning walk here. I'm here in LA, so I decided to go out and take a walk. And as I'm walking, I was saying, this is going to be an extraordinary day. You know, I always do my affirmations. I say, why does this day keep getting better and better? And I always say things like that. And I said, this is just going to be a phenomenal day. I feel the abundance all around me in every area of my life, in love and money and success and happiness. You know, I always use those 4 things because they encapsulate everything. So I was saying all these things to me, and then all of a sudden I found a quarter. Not a penny, but I found a quarter. I was like, wow, this is great. So I picked up the quarter. I continued down my walk, and then the next thing you know, I find a stone, like a crystal stone. And I picked it on the street, in the middle of the street, and I picked it up, and it's green. Oh, it's in my bag over there. And I'm looking at it, and it's green avertine. And if any of you know stones or crystals, you know that that's abundance and wealth, money. It's representative of all that. And I'm like, oh my God, this is great. As I'm walking, I'm listening to Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you know who that is, but I'm a big fan. So I was listening to that and listening to some affirmations and manifestations and listening to that. And all of a sudden I walk past a car that says vortexy. So Abraham Hicks talks about being in the vortex all the time. So those 3 things happen. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm on fire today. This is crazy. These manifestations keep coming up. You know what? I set the intention, I put it out there, and they were just showing up. That's not the goosebump part. So the goosebump part is, I said, oh my God, Mom, I feel my mom's been gone for 20 years. And I said, I just feel you around me today. I feel your presence today. I want you to give me a clear sign that you are with me today, right? So I go back to my sister's house, and I'm getting ready. I hop in the shower, and it's kind of crowded here because we've got a house full of people. So I put my clothes were on a hanger, and I hung them on a light lamp fixture right outside my niece's bedrooms, just to keep them there, and because they're pressed and everything. And so this morning, when I went to get my clothes that I hung up there 2 days ago, I was picking them up, and I looked to my right, and there's a picture on the wall. And I said, oh my God, that's Mom's favorite picture. I remember that picture. Now, I've walked by this wall 1,000 times. Like, it didn't hit me, but it hit me in that moment. That is a goosebump moment. That is a God moment. That was my mother saying, look right here. I'm right here. It's this beautiful pictures of roses, and her name is Roseanne. And she loved this picture so much. Oh, it makes me cry. So anyway, I want to tell you, that is manifestation. That's what it shows up in your life. So when I come back and we do our show on manifestation, it is going to be cool puzzle. So anyway, that is our show for today. I want you to remember everything about Smocus, focus, implement this in your life, and I can't wait. Send me your comments, send me your emails. Oh wait, one more thing. My site is relaunching today, DianeForster.com. It is gorgeous. There's so many beautiful things on there. Go browse around, spend some time on there. All my webinars are going to be on there too, past webinars. So many great, exciting things. I've got a big live event coming up in October that I'd love you to come to San Diego to be at, and just tons of great, great stuff there. So that's number one. And, or another announcement is that, and then, oh, what was I just going to say? I was going to say one other thing. This is my ADD, my divine disease coming in. Anyway, keep the Smocus focus awareness for you, and keep implementing everything that we do each week, because the momentum gets going and the progress shows up in your life. And this is all about you. It is my mission in life to empower you to create massive self-worth and self-confidence and value, because your life is supposed to be easy. It is supposed to be fun. It is supposed to be extraordinary. And you are so worth it. I love you more than words can say. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.